The scariest thing about Todo's Boogie Woogie is that he can control it. He doesn't have to swap every single time. And that's the coldest shit ever. Whenever Todo and Yuji link up, just know somebody's gonna get hit with a black flash. Somebody. Todo was able to trick 3 special grade level threats with his Boogie Woogie technique. 3 of them. Hanami, Mahito, and Sukuna. First time was against Hanami. This was the first time we seen Todo use Boogie Woogie, and Yuji picked up on it instantly. He picked up on it quick. By clapping his hands, Todo can switch with anything with curse energy. A technique so unpredictable, Hanami couldn't escape from it. Like, she kept getting hit over and over again by Yuji and Todo. It got to a point where Hanami tried to predict where Yuji was gonna pop up by looking at Todo's hands. Todo had clapped, but they didn't switch, and Yuji ends up hitting Hanami with a black flash. Just because he clapped doesn't mean they gotta switch, and that's OP as hell. You can literally trick anybody, anyone. The second time was with Mahito on Shibuya. Yuji was trying to land a black flash on Mahito. Mahito knew that Yuji was gonna focus all his curse energy into his fist, so he was gonna reinforce his right side and strike Yuji's neck and murk him. And at this moment, Mahito thought he won, but Yuji can control divergent fists. And the punch that he landed on Mahito earlier had a second impact. Yuji dodges Mahito's first strike, and Mahito's gonna land another one. But then, here comes Todo. Listen closely, cursed spirit. He said the arms are merely a decoration. The act of applause is an acclamation of the soul, and he hits his hand. And Mahito's thinking that Todo's finna use Boogie Woogie and swap with Yuji. But Yuji didn't swap, and this was a gamble from Todo. He just lost his hand from Mahito's domain expansion, but he was able to swap with one hand earlier by slapping Mahito's hand. But at this point, his Boogie Woogie curse technique was already dead, and they didn't swap. And Yuji lands a black flash on Mahito. And the third time that signature move worked was against Sukuna and Shinjuku. Todo must have pulled up with an instrument on his hand. Now he can swap 50 times a second. And they was fucking Sukuna up. Y'all gotta think, Sukuna himself couldn't keep up with Boogie Woogie. He says it's practically impossible to get used to. But there's one point where he can read their movements before they swap. And that's when Yuji's at maximum concentration. One eye Yuji was locked in, but then Mei's crow flies behind Sukuna, and then Todo hits his vibra slap. Thinking Yuji was gonna swap with Mei's crow, Yuji didn't swap at all. He lands a black flash on Sukuna. Todo doesn't need a domain expansion. All he needs is Yuji, and that's a guaranteed hit right there. I promise you.